Hey everybody, we are here at SEMA 2022. We're actually kind of wrapping the day up a little bit, but we were at the Eaton booth with a very special guest who we have gotten the pleasure of speaking with a few times, Seth Burgett from Gateway Bronco. And not only does Seth have an exquisite Bronco custom build to share with us, but this particular Bronco is going to be part of a sweepstakes to benefit SOTF, which is an organization, the Special Operators Transition Foundation, that benefits special operators in the armed services who are transitioning into, I wouldn't say civilian life per se, but in transitioning out of military life.
Exactly.
So this is a very special vehicle with some very, very sweet components, some of them by Eaton, which is why it is in the Eaton booth.
Yep.
I'm going to let Seth walk us around and give us a rundown of it. But it's really a tribute to this organization and also to the work that Gateway has done to elevate these already great builds. You guys all know that I'm a Bronco fan, so I always feel like I'm gushing over them, but I really do love them, and I really love what you guys envision when you build it. So please take us around, but also you can give us a little sense of what the vision was. What was the incentive here? What kickstarted this? And then how did you guys get together with SOTF?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, so what we have is a 1968 Bronco that one of our clients offered to build. Now, he's already had two Broncos built, one in his home already and the second one in progress. He said, I'd like to get a third started, and it's this vehicle. And so he said, let's build a vehicle together, and then let's go market this and see if we can't raise money for a charity that he has really been supporting for quite a while. It's called Special Operators Transition Foundation, SOTF.org, and it gives an idea of what these military folks are going through. They're the nation's military, and they're special operators, the top 1%, and then they're transitioning into civilian life, into middle management, into executive management in our companies. And it couldn't be a better program, executive coaching and mentoring to get these folks ready for their next big role. Well, the Bronco itself is specially built for this.
Yeah.
$350,000 Bronco. It has everything. It has an Eaton supercharger, Roush Performance supercharger.
Nice.
It has Eaton differentials, unbreakable. We've never broken a single set.
I bet you guys have tried.
We have tried. We tried real hard. And so it is, they got the differentials, they got the supercharger, and it works. It's got Willwood four-wheel disc brakes. It's got a Kinzer Engineering suspension with active ride control. It's got electric parking brake, just like a modern car. Flip the switch, and you can put this thing on a hill, no problem. It's got leather wall-to-wall. It's got barnwood bed, leather-covered roll bar. I mean, who does that in a Bronco?
Right?
That's what we got.
Here, I'm going to get out of the way so that we can film this.
As we go around the truck, you'll notice that even our wood craftsman is one of our employees. He's so proud of what he does. I worked on him for 2 years to get a brand built so he can display the fact that he builds all of these barnwood beds.
That's amazing.
This is what we think is a quintessential vehicle. And, I've got to tell you, I was at an event. It was at a Barrett Jackson event, and this lady grabs my arm and she said, "Sweetie, this looks like a vehicle that Ralph Lauren should own." And I said, that is the best thing I've ever heard.
She's not wrong.
It is. That was just a great comment.
That is great.
So,
that is great.
we came up with this dark blue paint, originally a Shelby color, and then we matted it, and then we did this carbon fiber flares, so they're perfect, no bumps, no cracks, no any problems, they're perfection. And then we did all this painted Ranger stripe, all done in our shop, and just just one of the things that we bring is this refinement of the original vehicle that was a really crude utility vehicle, and we brought this refinement. You'll see even the joints on the windows are done. There's somebody that spends a week underneath the vehicle TIG welding all the seams so there's no possibility of rust. All of these things are done for longevity, for the fit and finish of the vehicle, for the ride quality. As a race car driver, I want these things to drive right. And so we've worked with Kinzer Engineering, and we've got this active ride control. It's amazing, and it's all at the push of a button.
I am going to pause really quickly. As you mentioned, a race car driver.
Yes.
So you have recently won a championship in endurance racing.
We did, yeah. So
All
last
right.
Sunday we locked in the championships. We've been
Amazing.
racing. This is my first year racing all season long, and so we broke 2 track records.
Okay.
We podiumed 5 times.
Amazing.
We won 4 races, and then locked in the championship in this last race in a borrowed car. So our car is broken, and we had to finish the race to win the championship, and so we borrowed a BMW to race in the championships and win.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Now,
Thank
I am
you.
actually going to tie this into that because you said, as we were going around as a race car driver, what do you think as a racer you have now learned about chassis, suspension, about builds that you can bring to this experience? Obviously,
Well,
this is a very different vehicle
It's
than an
stabilizing
endurance,
no, it's a
but-
great point. So stabilizing of the platform,
Okay.
right? You've got a 13-foot long vehicle. You need to keep the vehicle stabilized
Okay.
so it's flat
Right.
and doesn't move around. It's a high center gravity vehicle,
Right.
and so you want to keep the vehicle flat to the ground and giving the rebound on the shocks, giving the right response from the suspension, so then it feels comfortable driving it down the highway. Our goal is to give something that is enjoyable and easy to drive around town and down the highway,
Right.
and that's what a suspension like this can do.
Excellent. I mean, we all hope that whoever wins this vehicle will in fact drive it, right? Like, it's gorgeous, but a showpiece is just a showpiece. This thing is built to be out on the road, right?
We call it automotive art, and it's got a Roush Performance supercharger.
Right.
It's got all the goods, so it's totally enjoyable on the road. But yet, if you want to keep it in your collection and just make it a show vehicle, we've had people over and over again say it's the most popular vehicle in my collection.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
what we really feel strongly about. Is the fit and finish should match anything in their collection, and that's our goal for every vehicle that goes out the door.
Excellent. Well, again, I feel like you guys outdo yourself every year. I always love to see what you guys are bringing to the show. I always love to see what you guys are working on next. And I believe that you guys have some technology that you're going to share with us after this that will allow people to customize something to this extent.
We call it delivering dreams to driveways, and it's what we do. It's something that if you like to create that dream, we've got a way to do it really
right.
easily on your iPhone or on your computer, delivering dreams to driveways, first on your computer and then rolling into your garage.
Excellent. Well, hopefully somebody will be able to have this dream delivered to their driveway by supporting SOTF. So.
It's Gateway Bronco /win. So to get this vehicle in your driveway, you have to go to Gateway Bronco /win. You can enter, and this could be yours.
I'm Tommy Stoner. I'm the CEO and Executive Director.
I'm Bobby Payne. I run the development for the Special Operators Transition Foundation.
Yep. And the SOTF is a Special Operators Transition Foundation. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, and our mission is to help special operations veterans, so U.S. Army Special Forces, U.S. Navy SEALs, Army Ranger Regiment, Marine Corps Raiders, intelligence community operatives, transition from their career of service into their next phase of life. So transition into whatever they want to do next, so business world. So we have a program that lasts 12 to 18 months before they get out of the service, where we provide them executive coaching, help them develop marketing materials, connect with people out there in industry to mentor and coach them, and then ultimately work with hiring partners to get them placed, really in effect to have the most positive outcome for these veterans out there. So when they come out of the service, they have something ready for them. These are all type A plus team players, think scholar athlete type men and women out there. So they're really looking to join the best performing teams or have the opportunity to really build the team. So we help harness that energy and potential and get it out there into the corporate world. We've been working with Seth's team at Gateway Bronco on this sweepstakes. We have a donor out of Atlanta, Field of Gear, and his wife Heather. They're the ones that sponsor the vehicle, and Seth and his team have built it, and they're doing the marketing and transportation of this. And these are just two great supporters really helping our organization there. And I'll let Bobby talk about the sweepstakes and what it's going to do for the organization. But this is really a game-changing opportunity for us, and we're really hoping that the folks out there can really get behind this and help our organization to help the next year's 300 special operators make that transition into their next career. So, Bobby, I'll let you talk about the sweepstakes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tommy, and I appreciate that. Yeah, what's really unique about this is Gateway Bronco and the Special Operators Transition Foundation locked arms a few months ago, and we started talking about the opportunity to do something pretty amazing for the foundation. This sweepstakes is true. I know you see these online and you go, nobody ever wins those things. That's not true. This will be in somebody's driveway come February timeframe. The sweepstakes ends January 31st, and we're going to pick the winner on February 3rd, and you're going to have an epic opportunity to receive this Bronco. I mean, that's as simple as it is. For as little as $10, you could enter. Just go to Gateway Bronco /win. You could donate $10. You could donate $1,000, whatever you want to do, and you legit have an opportunity to win this 1968 reimagined classic truck. And while you're doing it, you're supporting a veteran nonprofit that helps military special operators find their next mission, find their next calling. So it's a win-win across the board. You have an opportunity to win an absolutely beautiful truck, and you get to support, the 1% that put the uniform on to defend the freedom of the other 99% of Americans. So it's just great. It's a great opportunity across the board, and we appreciate, you taking the opportunity and supporting our mission.
Yep, and just one caveat, it's a sweepstakes, so no donation necessary to win.
Yep.
But these donations really are going to go to a great cause and help out some really deserving men and women out there. So I want to thank everybody for the support in helping us achieve our goals out there. And thank Gateway Bronco for, this iconic, beautiful piece of machinery. This thing is just unbelievable. And like Bobby said, it could be sitting in your driveway.
Could be.
All right, so I understand that you guys have some new technology.
We do. It's called a 3D configurator.
Not a replicator.
Not a replicator. It's a 3D configurator. We can build the Bronco of your dreams on your phone or on the computer, and you can select anything you'd like,
That
literally.
is amazing. So, in fact, this Bronco that we just walked around, this beautiful Bronco that's going to be given away for SOTF.
Yes.
I can make that.
You can.
Can you show me?
Yes, absolutely. So Casey's going to take this beautiful Brittany blue Bronco. She's going to turn it to the right color. She's then going to go to the matte finish, which it is. She's going to add the painted Ranger stripes. It's already got the carbon fiber flares on it. The interior is a low back seat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the high back seat. There we go. We got the high back seat. Looking like some good leather, but not quite the leather that's in this vehicle. So there we go. And this is one of the best parts is how can you have a Bronco without a barnwood bed? And this even has
a Gateway Bronco.
In particular, a Gateway Bronco. We're the world's first to do this. And look at this logo. This was a logo that came from a guy's grandfather who had a filling station in small town Arkansas. And he said, could you add this to my Bronco? And we said, absolutely. And that's exactly what we do. Anything you want on the tailgate, we can do. As we continue along the lines here, we've got the steering wheel that even matches the barnwood bed, leather-covered dash. We'll even do billet knobs that are custom done for our designer finishes. You can see the dash has air conditioning. We custom build this dash ourselves. As we rotate through here, we can make the modifications to the grille, the blackout package, matte finish paints, whatever you desire. As we go through this, Casey can showcase it for us. And if you showcase it, you'll get to see the entire vehicle. And you'll then instantly see, well, can my budget afford this?
Right.
It's really not about budget. It's not about affordability. It's how much do I desire this vehicle. And so you can see the price.
In this particular case, for me, it might be about
if the desire is high enough, people will find a way.
Fair enough.
And so when she finalizes this, part of what we do is I want to be accessible to our clients, and I make myself available, and she'll do a rendering here, and you'll see the whole build sheet, all of the specifications, and from the specifications, there's a single line. Save it, send it to yourself, or you can get this press text Seth Now button and instantly go to my cell phone, nobody else's, and then I'll be able to answer the call and figure out what you want to do and talk through how you're going to use the vehicle, what would you like to do with it, and just have some fun talking Broncos.
Amazing. Well, we had seen a little bit of the configurator before. The technology, the way that it renders is so much better than just like putting paint on something, right? It's not like just changing my hair color and it gets a little,
you notice you bring different hair
it's
color every time. And I love that
I
about
do,
you. It's
I
great.
do.
It's great.
I
So
needed
this
a little
is
change. So why does it look so good? Tell me
well,
about the
we're
technology.
using video game technology. That's why the rendering is so photorealistic. It's video game technology, and as we've talked about before, I came out of neurosurgery and cardiology and ophthalmology, and using that medical device technical background and then applying it to this program. And we're using we're using developers out of the Ukraine, and through this whole time frame, they're working under unbelievable conditions and developing software like this. It's just absolutely unbelievable. It's called 3D Configurator, and it is the company's name is called 3D Source, and they've got these wonderful programmers. They know how to bring it all together. They brought our vision to life, and just couldn't be more thrilled. We'll be launching this on our website later on this year.
Okay, yeah,
so
I
anyone
just
can
want to let
go
people
to
know
their
that they
phone.
can try it.
You can go to your phone. You can configure a Bronco and a taxi and figure out what you want to do. Text Seth now, give me a call, and we'll have a conversation about Broncos.
That sounds amazing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.